Good afternoon, folks. We're coming to you live from Anthony, Texas, as the Alpine Fighting Buck football team opens district play again on the road at their district rival, the Anthony Wildcats. The Bucks kicked it off to start the game. Anthony returned back to the 37-yard line, their own 37, on this all-grass natural field out here in Anthony, Texas. A 4-hour jaunt up from Alpine as we make our way home afterwards. Again, we're starting at 6 o'clock local. That makes it 7 o'clock back in Alpine as the Wildcats, who didn't win a district game last season, try and start district playoff on the right foot. Currently 2-2 on the season. Bucks sitting at 0-4, playing some monumental preseason ball games. Again, Bucks out here on the defensive side as the Anthony Wildcat quarterback in the shotgun looks to take the snap. 5 wide receiver set. It's empty. There's a wide receiver that jumped here in the near sideline. No flag. He's going to bounce out to the left side and is taken down for a loss on the play. Fighting Bucks. On the defensive side, tackle the quarterback, or the running back, this time in the backfield for a loss on the play. Third down and 11 in this first set of downs for the Anthony Wildcats. Sorry, we're dealing with some technical difficulties here real quick. Trying to get things situated. As Anthony looks for a pass on the near side, a broken tackle at the line of scrimmage and brought down for no gain on the play. 3 and out for the Anthony Wildcats in their first set of the ball game. Check 1-2. Mic check. There we go. There we go. We're live here. It was 3 and out for the Anthony Wildcat in their first set of downs, starting at their own 41-yard line as their punt crew comes out onto the field, set to punt it away to the Fighting Bucks in the opening game of district play this season. The punt is up, back towards the returner. Dane Jeffers will call for a fair catch and makes the grab at the 25-yard line where the Bucks will take over. If you're just tuning in, well, really we had some technical difficulties right as we started. This Anthony Wildcat team didn't win a game in district play last year. Had a good start to their season this year, 2-2 on the season. They beat Van Horn most recently, beat Van Horn by a wide margin, that is. So an Anthony Wildcat team that's looking to bounce back after last season. One thing to note about Anthony is they should be competing at the 2A level due to their high school population, but they compete here at the 3A level because there's really not 2A schools in the area for them to compete against. As Bucks line up with a 4 wide receiver set, it's the spread look. Day Hardwick floats it up on the near side for Tay, a 50-50 ball at the 50-yard line, and Tay's able to get a hand on it. It falls incomplete. There were two DBs in the area, the deep safety and the cornerback, but again, Tay's still able to get a hand on the football. A battle for the ball, and the Bucks test the skill players of this Anthony Wildcat team very early on in the ball game. 2nd down and 10. Again, Bucks in the second drive of the ball game. Anthony went 3 and out. It's a play action for Day. He runs right up the middle, has some space, breaks a couple of tackles, and makes his way upfield for a gain of about 20 yards. Coaches in their golden polos on the sideline giving the signal to the team. Right now in district play across the state of Texas, closer to where y'all are at than we're at, as Day takes a low snap, pump fakes on the near side, tries to flip it out on the far side. They're going to blow the whistle, call it incomplete for Dane. Again, Day was getting sacked in the backfield on a broken play, just tried to flip it out for Dane Jeffers in the flat, and it's an incomplete pass, forcing, no, they're going to say Day was down before he flipped that pass out on the side. Referees No, they will change their mind and put the ball back at the line of scrimmage, calling it an incomplete pass, saying that Day was able to get that out of his hands before he was sacked. So 2nd down and 10 for the Bucks. A 4 wide receiver set. Make that 5 wide receivers. We're empty right now. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Ball is at the dead center of the field as we have a flag and a whistle right as the ball is snapped. Should be a false start, and it is against your Alpine Fighting Bucks here on the road. Bucks are 0-4 on the season, playing 4 powerhouse programs. They started off against the powerhouse 2A Wellington, then there was a Wink ball game, a Fort Stockton ball game, and finally a great bounce-back game against a powerhouse 2A program in Sonora last week where the Bucks lost by 3 points. It's a 4 wide receiver set with 3 on the left. For Day in the shotgun. No, they'll make it empty as they'll motion Zane De Leon out of the backfield. Not a lot of time as Anthony sends the house. Kind of a screen look. Waiting in the flat was number 6 for the Bucks. I believe that's Zane De Leon wearing a new number today. Coming out of the backfield. May have been a design screen as we let their defensive line get into the backfield quickly, but a 4 wide receiver set as Day lines up in the shotgun again. Day takes the snap. 4-man rush for Anthony. He has some time. He's going to roll out to the right side. No, a fake roll out to the right. He's rolling out to the left, running upfield. It's going to be tough to make the line to gain. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage where he is pushed out of bounds. It is 4th down and 10 at the Buck 42-yard line. Again, this is the 2nd drive of the ball game if you're just tuning in. The first drive was 3 and out for the Anthony Wildcats. And the Buck punt crew will come and kick it to Anthony. Alec Ramos, the punter. The snap. Good for Alec. He sends it high and away. Nice punt for Alec. About to the 33-yard line. Takes it. Anthony friendly bounce as we pick it up on the 34. That's where the Wildcats will take over. 1st down and 10 for Anthony at their own 34-yard line. We'll make it the 35. 2 drives, 2 defensive stops for both ball clubs. Again, I just mentioned it a moment ago. Anthony was able to take down Fort Stockton in their last matchup. I mean, a really good win there. They beat Cobre, C-O-B-R-E, couldn't tell you how to say that, 48-16 in their 2nd ball game of the season. Lost 23-20 against San Elizario and 20-6 against Cathedral. That makes them 2-2 on the season. And again, didn't win a district game last year. You know they're chomping at the bit to get a win this season. It's a 3 wide receiver set, 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback handoff, run off on the right side, and he is down. Ball's out. The ball is loose. The beanie bag is on the field, and I think Anthony fell on the football based on the reactions on the football field. So maybe a bit of a gain after the fumble pops out in Anthony's direction. They get 2 yards on the play, 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Their numbers are hard to see. Light red sitting on a light blue jersey. We're looking for the quarterback right now. Anthony looking for their first down of the ball game. With 8:36 remaining here in this first quarter, the opener in district play out on the road 4 hours away down I-10. 3 wide receivers set. There's a tight end here on the near side. A bubble screen and a diving catch made at the line of scrimmage where he is downed. Diving for the football, no gain on the play. 3rd down and 8 now for the Wildcats. Looks like that quarterback is number 10, Joey Van Ert, a sophomore quarterback. So young signal caller for the Wildcats. They'll mark it for a loss on the play, loss of 1 yard, 3rd down and 9 for Anthony. Again, it's a 3 wide receiver set. Man, I'm not able to find where that extra skill position. Maybe there's a tight end again. Bucks are going to pick this pass off. Jumping the route, getting the interception is Zane De Leon coming from the far side. The freshman jumps the quick slant and has the interception, putting the Bucks in fair territory or in Anthony territory. Again, a freshman, Zane De Leon on the interception, jumping that route quickly. First down and 10, Bucks take over at the Anthony 35. Some Bucks have made it out here today, sitting in both grandstands. The Buck band is out here, the cheerleaders, of course, the coaching staff, Day Hardwick, a play action. His throw is batted away by a lineman who was on a block over on the left side as he looked for a hitch route on the left. It falls incomplete, landed in an area of sky blue jerseys. Bucks lucky for an incomplete pass there. That makes it second down and 10. You know, at the NFL level, when they talk about recruiting a college quarterback, they talk about the height. That's why they talk about the height, is because you can see over the offensive line, see over the defensive line, and you don't have as many passes batted away. That's why that height factor is such a premium at the quarterback position. And Day's had a few knocked away. Again, he's just about 6'1" in the pocket. As there's a timeout on the field, Anthony will take a timeout, their first of the ball game. Again, we're tied 0-0 with 7:32 remaining in this first quarter. Bucks have a couple of first downs to their name. Anthony yet to achieve the first down. We'll update this scoreboard. We've got timeouts now on our scoreboard. We're upgrading each and every week here on Big Ben Radio on YouTube. Hopefully it's not as jumpy. I know we had technical difficulties a couple of weeks ago, or last week with the Sonora ball game. I believe we've worked out those issues. As Day takes the snap, he's going to have to scramble going up into the pocket. There's a flag on the field. He's swallowed up about the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of 1 or 2 on the play, and Anthony has a sack. Flag looks like it's against Anthony. Offside, so Bucks had a free play there, but will be pushed upfield 5 yards and retain the second down marker. Second down and 5 for the Bucks at the 30-yard line of the Wildcats. The only Anthony team that was able to beat an Alpine team in district play last year was Anthony Baseball. They split that series 1-1. Anthony put together a good crew on the baseball diamond as Day takes the snap, looked for a wheel route on the left side for Zane De Leon through the hands of Zane, who maybe heard some footsteps coming over on that far side. Incomplete, third down, clock stops at 7:22 remaining in the first quarter. Tay Hardwick, the sophomore wide receiver on the near side, is back in action after getting hurt right before the halftime break last week. We didn't have Tay in that entire second half where Sonora was able to come back after trailing by 2 at the halftime break. It's a 4 wide receiver set for Day as he takes the snap. Looking for an out route on the far sideline, has Dane Jeffers. Dane is hit from behind. They're going to mark that a Anthony-friendly spot, a gain of about 2 on the play. Fourth down, 2 yards still to gain for the Fighting Bucks. And the offense will stay on the field. The right call in this area. Can't really switch field position. Bucks are going to try for the first down. It's a 4 wide receiver set. Everybody's tucked in right on the sideline. Stacked up, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Again, real close to the sideline, leaving some space in the box for the hefty runner and Day Hardwick. A high snap. Day's going to miss it, and the ball's on the ground. Anthony falls on the football. Even if Alpine fell on the football, it would be a turnover on downs on the 4th down play. And that's where Anthony will take over. Again, on an errant snap. And a defensive football game so far still tied 0-0 with 6:44 remaining in this first quarter. That fumble for the Bucks. Bucks fumbled it twice last week against Sonora. Those are both first half fumbles. Bucks could have had an even heftier lead against the Broncos without those fumbles. That was Day's first fumble between those 2 weeks. There were a couple of fumbles on the snaps in the season opener against Wellington up in Snyder, Texas. We attributed that to some Friday night light jitters from our center, Adriel Valenzuela. It's a 4 wide receiver set for Anthony. They're looking for an out route on the near sideline. Hit right as it's caught. That was Thaddeus Prieto taking down the wide receiver on the out route here on the near sideline. Ball's on the left hash now for Anthony. Second down and 5. Thaddeus, just a sophomore, has been a crucial part of that air raid attack of our first-year offensive coordinator. Much like Mike Leach and his air raid, our offensive coordinator spent a year at Texas Tech. As there's a handoff, Anthony running right up the middle, met a couple of Alpine Fighting Buck bodies in the box. A gain of about 2 on the play, makes it 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats in light blue today. Fighting Bucks in their white jerseys, purple shoulders, gold hats, gold pants. It looks like everybody's got white cleats on today. Again, it's 3rd down and 2. Kind of a big 3rd down for Anthony, who doesn't have a first down yet in the ball game. It's a 4 wide receiver set with the ball in the left hash. Quarterback in the shotgun. Again, a sophomore, Joey Van Ert, takes the snap. Now tries to get Alpine to jump off sides. Looks back to the sideline for the play call. I don't see a play clock on the field. The referees must be keeping track. It's 3rd down and 2. Here's the snap for Van Ert, looking for a flat bubble screen on the right side. Has his man. He breaks a tackle right at the line to gain. Fights forward and has a first down up to the 49-yard line. First down for the Wildcats. Again, on the screen look on the far side. Bucks fumbled it in their last drive, had to punt it away in their first drive of the ball game, have had a couple of first downs in both of their drives. That's Anthony's first down of the ball game and their 3rd drive of the game. It's 1st down and 10. Wildcats at their own 49. They come out of the shotgun with a 4 wide receiver set again. 1 back off to the right side of the quarterback, Van Ert. A handoff to that back. He's swallowed up and fights his way forward at the line of scrimmage. The initial contact, but churning his feet and fighting for 4 yards is the back. Looks like it's number 2, Alfonso Cisneros. That's how they started the first set of downs on this drive, with a 5-yard run before scrapping for a few more. Going to need some big plays in this ball game if they want to contend with the Bucks. But they're going to make the Bucks respect this ground and pound run game first. Quarterback Van Ert takes the snap, looking upfield. That's the big play. Has his man for a go route on the far sideline, up past the 20, past the 10, an ankle tackle at the 2, and he falls into the end zone for a touchdown. Can't see his number. Looks like it's Anthony Sanchez, a sophomore wide receiver, on the touchdown catch. Right as I said, they achieve that ground and pound gain, make the Bucks respect the underneath, respect the line of scrimmage, and then they go over the top with a go ball on the far sideline for a touchdown. It's 6-0 Anthony. Their kick is strong enough, but misses off on the left side. 6-0 Wildcats with 3:43 remaining in this first quarter. We'll be back after a word from our local sponsors.
We break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The touchdown catch for Anthony makes it 6-0. Again, with 3:43 remaining in this first quarter. You're listening live on Big Ben Radio, 98.7 FM locally in town, BigBenRadio.com worldwide. As this squib heads up the middle, bobbled by Tay for a moment. He'll pick it back up at the 21-yard line of the Bucks. Has a hole on the left side. Past the 30, past the 40. Tay up the field. Past the 40, 30, 20, and mark 6 points on the board for the Fighting Bucks. Tay Hardwick bobbled the kickoff and then picked it up, found a gap, a hole in his speed, brought him all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. That's a touchdown for the sophomore wide receiver on the special teams crew. And in the flash of an eye, man, maybe less than 10 seconds tick off the scoreboard, and the Bucks tie it back up with a chance to take the lead here. Day will hold the snaps. Alex Adams is set to take the kick. Alex was perfect in his extra point attempts last week. As he lines up, Bucks at the 3. The snap is good. The hold down, the kick up, end over end through the uprights, and good. 7-6. The Fighting Bucks take the lead on an electric kick return for Tay Hardwick. We'll be back in a moment.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
Bucks are ready to kick it back to the Wildcats, who scored on their last drive. Again, it was just that big play breaking loose for Anthony, as they scored the touchdown in their last drive. Alex Adams, who just made the extra point a moment ago to give the Bucks a 7-6 lead, set to kick it away. Again, there's 3:29 remaining in this first quarter. It was 0-0 until about 3:40 remaining in this first quarter. This is high on the right side to the 20-yard line. Taken back up to the 35, up to the 40, and taken down is the return man for the Wildcats. Man, I missed my mark a moment ago. That big-time Tay Hardwick return taken all the way to the house on the kickoff is brought to you by H&R Block, where you can maximize your tax return come this offseason. As the Bucks defense is back out on the field. 39-yard line for the Wildcats as they have a nice return in return to the Fighting Bucks. That quarterback talks to his coach on the sidelines. So it looks like they have a little bit of a verbal communication instead of getting the signals. He has one back off to his right side. That's the the senior Alfonso Cisneros. 4 wide receiver set, 3 to the left. Ball is on the left hash. They hand off to Cisneros. Looks like he lost the football. No, he has the football, but he is hit at the line of scrimmage. First man there was number 55 for your Alpine Fighting Bucks. That's David Baca, the golfer. Man, I call him a golfer. You can call him a football player now, too, man. He has been excellent for the Fighting Bucks this year. Coaches moved him from the running back position to the offensive line, and we really won the line of scrimmage last week against a big-time Sonora Bronco team after making those adjustments. Again, Baca was the first one there in the backfield. No gain on the play for the Wildcats. It's 2nd down and 10. 4 wide receiver set. Cisneros off to the left side of the quarterback. It's a pass play and a hitch on the right side, who breaks back inside. Back on the right side, a hit, and Anthony has broken it loose up the field, up to the 20-yard line. They just broke a tackle, again, cutting inside on a hitch route, and then angled off to the right side and up the field to the 20-yard line. 1st down and 10, Anthony taking the ball up the field. Again, it's 7-6 Bucks with 2:35 remaining in this first quarter. Quarterback, man, he's going to put in some miles today if he has to run back and forth to the sideline every single time they have a play call. You know, at the next level, they have helmets that have communication devices in them. Another bubble screen here on the near side. First man there is Thaddeus. And Thaddeus is able to hold that man down as the Fighting Bucks come and join in on the tackle. I see Alec Ramos and Day Hardwick coming in to join on the tackle. No gain on the play. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Now at the 20-yard line of the Bucks. After a couple of big pass plays in this game for Anthony, they had the touchdown on what was, I think, a 60-yard touchdown reception on a go route over on the far sideline to score their first touchdown of the game. Bucks only scores from that kickoff return from Tay Hardwick a moment ago. Now Anthony back on the field with their offense. It's a 4 wide receiver set. They motion one across. Play action as the running back angles across in front of the quarterback. Quarterback keeps up the middle, and a flag blows things dead. And a false start will be called on the play against Anthony. A lot of motion, a lot of misdirection before the play. Maybe getting somebody startled and to jump off sides. Again, it's 2nd and 15 now for the Wildcats in blue. Wildcats moving right to left as we look at it from the home press box. 4 wide receiver set. Quarterback takes the snap, looks for the go route on the left side. Over the shoulder grab is dropped. Dropped in the end zone, incomplete in that left corner of the end zone. It was perfectly placed by the quarterback, Joey Van Aert. And just through the hands is Gabriel Chacon as it falls incomplete again on that left side of the end zone. 1:31 remaining. It's 3rd down and 15 now. That go route over the top of our skill guys has worked well for Anthony. Wildcats again in a 4 wide receiver set. Van Aert takes the snap. It's a little bit high. Looking over on the right side. No, looking up the seam. It's picked off. Fighting Bucks with the interception. Back up the field. And the football is out. It's on the ground after the interception. A battle and a scrum. I think the Bucks picked it back up and were tackled after a fumble. The interception by Connor Ramirez playing as a linebacker. Again, it was a late release up the seam for Anthony. I think they were looking for a tight end up that seam, maybe the running back who came out of the backfield on a late release. Connor Ramirez, patient, held his position, had the interception on the ball up the seam, and angled off on the left side as the Bucks take over back at their own 28-yard line. The 2nd pick of the day for Alpine. First interception was Zane De Leon. And Day Hardwick in the shotgun. Ezekiel Guillen off to his left side. Ezekiel back at that running back position after the first week. It's a read option for Day, who angles off on the left side, upfield for a gain of about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 now for the Bucks. Those read options, quarterback takes the snap. He reads the look on the defense. Chooses whether to hand off or to keep. Day Hardwick, the speedster, chose to keep and got a few yards on the play. 4 wide receiver set, 3 to the right. The ball is on the left hash as the Bucks move left to right. 45 seconds remain in the half. Screen play on the left side. Thaddeus Prieto has the catch. Makes a man miss at the 45. Up past the 50. Taken down from behind in Anthony Wildcat territory. Big gain on the play for Thaddeus. And that screen play is really working for both teams right now. Sometimes we've seen on the year those short screen passes get blown up. People fighting through blocks right now. Lead blocks being thrown excellently by our wide receivers out on the side. And we can say that for the Wildcats as well. 1st down and 10 in Wildcat territory. Handoff to Guillen. Guillen runs to the right side of the line between the guard and tackle and is taken down about 5 yards upfield. 2nd down and 5. Bucks trying for a patient drive here. That should be the end of the quarter, though. There's 7 seconds, and the clock is running. We'll be back in a moment. This is Alpine Fighting Buck Football, brought to you by Big Ben Radio.
He's got a boat, and if we have time, can we give him a quote?
Of course we can, Renee, and we can do it today. And if he likes a policy for his bikes or his home, does he live in a dome? We can cover his travels if he likes to roam.
Well, we'll cover it all. I'll give him a call.
If it's insurance you need, call Tally Reed, 837-3459. You'll be fine here in Alpine.
Get it done. That's what McCoy's is all about. For that home or commercial project, McCoy's has a friendly and knowledgeable staff always ready to help. And with McCoy's, they'll make your job easier with do-it-yourself tips and tools. Order online, and they'll have it ready for you, even loaded up. and free delivery with $50 or over purchase under 1,000 pounds within a 25-mile radius, Monday through Saturday. McCoy's offers online bill paying and invoice management with flexible credit options. At McCoy's, their purpose is to make life easier and more fulfilling for those who build.
Bucks from right to left as we look at it now. They're leading 7-6, driving down the field. 2nd down and 5. A few wide receivers in the backfield here on the near side. Roll out from Day. Looks on the near sideline for Thaddeus, who makes the catch at the line of scrimmage, and his momentum takes him out of bounds. So completed pass, but no gain on the play. 3rd down and 5 for the Bucks. I think Day started that rollout maneuver. Anthony, maybe watching some film, took a nice angle on the rollout, and Day, as he rolled out, decided to throw that near sideline for Thaddeus. It's a 4 wide receiver set. Zane De Leon off to the right side of Day Hardwick. Day looking in the flat for Zane. Zane with a nice one-handed grab behind the line of scrimmage, up past the line to gain, and taken down about 12 yards upfield at the 30-yard line of Anthony. Man, if you were watching football last night, he looked like, what was it, Michael Carter for the Arizona Cardinals with that big-time catch in the 4th quarter. One hand just off to the right side of Day as it was out in front of him, and Zane able to take it in and get the crucial 1st down on 3rd. Now it's a screen look for Tay. Tay following the blocks of his offensive lineman. Could be a touchdown, up past the 10. Taken down from behind at about the 4-yard line, maybe the 3 for Tay. Another screen look, and the Bucks are able to work their way upfield. It'll be 1st and goal from there. That was one of those traditional screens where our offensive linemen left the right side of the offensive line. We're throwing the lead blocks upfield. Again, they have to stay within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage before that pass is thrown. Once it's thrown, they release upfield and throw lead blocks. Now, 50-50 ball, maybe a quick slant look for Tay Hardwick on the far side, and it falls incomplete. That was a play-action, quick slant look from Day to Tay. The Hardwick brothers. It's 2nd down and goal. Ball still at the 3-yard line for the Bucks, and it's on the right hash. Power set right now. Tight end on either side. And a handoff. And Zane is taken down in the backfield, had nowhere to go, and a nice tackle makes it 3rd and goal. Again, 7-6. Alpine over Anthony. Alpine's touchdown was a Tay Hardwick kickoff return. Anthony with a big-time go route up the sideline. 3rd and goal. Day takes the snap, has some time. Wide open man on this side of the end zone. And the catch is made for the touchdown by Alec Ramos. Man, I'd like to watch that one back. If you're watching on YouTube, you can. Alec Ramos somehow released on that left side, and he was all alone. Could have written a book before making that grab and the touchdown. I mean, he had plenty of time. It's a touchdown for the Bucks. 13-6 our score. This is the district opener as Alex Adams tries to kick the extra point. Been perfect over the last 2 weeks. Had plenty of touchdowns against Sonora, plenty of reps, and what didn't miss a single extra point as Sonora failed to score on 2-point conversions over and over again. There's a flag on the play. It's up and good. I think the Bucks will have to reset and retake this on a false start call. Maybe 5 yards. No, it's against Anthony. So they'll assess that on the kickoff with 10:26 remaining in this 2nd quarter. It's 14-6 Fighting Bucks. We'll be back in a moment.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
Bucks ready to kick it away from their 40-yard line. Wildcats respecting the leg of Adams. They have return men back tucked in on the goal line. As Alex Adams points to the side judges, sends the kick. high and off to the far side of the field. Collected at the 15 by the Wildcats. Angling back towards the center of the field. A couple of nice blocks thrown. Bucks will wrap him up and take him down at the 35-yard line, where Anthony will take over. Had a couple of successful drives in a row with the go route and then a screen pass for a big gain. It's going to be those big chunk plays. If Anthony can put those together consistently, they'll be able to compete with the Bucks on the day. Going to be tough with the bodies of a school that could be competing at the 2A level but competes at the 3A level in order to have really teams in a district around here. Four wide receiver set. Ball's tucked in close to that left hash. Quarterback takes the snap. It's a read option. He runs through the line of scrimmage himself. Swallowed up by a few Fighting Bucks. In on the tackle was Darius Portillo. Darius with that strong arm there. 2nd down and 6. Clock is moving with 9:58 remaining here in the second quarter. Lights have cut on at this all-grass Anthony Wildcat field. No mountain range off in the distance. I think it's tucked back behind our view from the press box. Just on the other side of El Paso. Half this town is in New Mexico, half in Alpine. It's a hitch look on the right side and another short pass, but some yards after the catch and a 1st down for Anthony. That's Abel Jimenez, a sophomore wide receiver. Man, it seems like most of their guys making plays out here are sophomores. They have a lot of sophomores on this roster, a lot of sophomores on the depth chart. Their starting quarterback is a sophomore. He connected with another sophomore wide receiver, Anthony Sanchez, on that go route for the touchdown. We've heard similar things of Compass and Crane. Compass and Crane playing tonight over in Compass. Crane on the road. Crane is who we will host next week. As there's a motion across and another read option for the quarterback. He's angling off on the right side. Hit big time by the freshman Zane De Leon as he gets to the line to gain maybe 2 yards short. It's 2nd down and short. 2nd down and about 2 as the clock continues to move with 8:50 remaining in the second quarter. Again, Zane De Leon with the big hit there. Quarterback takes his calls from the coach on the sideline. Going to jog out to his huddle. I'm not sure if the signal calls or the helmets with that communication devices are legal at this level, the high school level. I know it's legal in college. I'm not sure if it's legal for Sol Ross, who's playing at home tomorrow night. Now an angle off on the right side. It'll be a 1st down for Anthony up to the 30-yard line of the Bucks. Alec Ramos got into the backfield quickly. Dove at the ankles of the running back angling off on that right side. But wasn't able to make the tackle, and they get the 1st down at the 33-yard line of the Bucks. Clock is moving with 8:05 remaining in the second quarter. Bucks with an odd front right now. Alec Ramos. No, we've got an even, no odd front. 5 down linemen, 2 ends, or 3 down linemen and 2 ends. Quarterback a keeper and a run up the middle, and he has a few yards and close to a 1st down. It looks like he has the 1st down. Gain of about 11 on the quarterback keeper up the middle. Wildcats close to the red zone. 1st down and 10 at the 23-yard line of the Bucks. A lot of folks out here for Anthony tonight. They have filled up these grandstands. I'm sure we can see New Mexico from where we're at. I don't know which way we're looking geography-wise. This is a handoff. New Mexico's off on our right side, so Anthony heading towards New Mexico as we speak. Again, half this town is in Texas, half this town is in New Mexico. There's no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. There's 2 separate high schools, one on the New Mexico side, one on the Texas side. That kind of splits up the student population, the athletic population. That's why Anthony's a 2A program competing here at the 3A level. 3 wide receiver set. 2 backs with the quarterback, one off on his right shoulder, one off on his left shoulder. He takes the snap. 2nd down and 10, backing up, looking upfield, looking for a go-route in the end zone. Day Hardwick picks it off on the goal line. He chooses to return past the 10 and steps out of bounds at the 17-yard line. That's 3 interceptions on the day for the Bucks. Wow. Day had plenty of interceptions last season, has a few already this season. I'm going to give you a scouting report, Wildcats. Don't air the ball up in the direction of Day Hardwick. Day's momentum was bringing him back into the end zone as he made the pick. As he looked down, he realized he was in that front edge of the end zone. He chose to take it out. It's one of those situations where I think he's just playing it smart, not trying to risk anything. He could have probably need the football, but didn't want a safety call. And there's a 3 wide receiver set as Day's going to roll out to the right side. Has a couple of blocks, looks upfield, over the shoulder, throw to Dane Jeffers, just overthrew his man. Dane with a late release on a go route on the right side. And an incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10. If you're just tuning in on the radio, there's 6:19 remaining in the second quarter. Bucks leading 14-6. A Taya Hardwick touchdown kickoff return started the scoring for the Bucks when they were trailing 6-0 after Anthony scored on a go route. Now Day takes the snap. It's a read option. Man, that right end for Anthony timed up our snap count really well, got into the backfield and took down Day Hardwick after the read option. It looks like that was number 4, Reyes Ontiveros, who timed up that snap count. And again, he's going to try and jump, but he's in the backfield quick. Nice lead block thrown by Zane De Leon, protecting his quarterback. Day's going to have to scramble. 5-man rush for Anthony. Day with his feet in the end zone, airs it up upfield. 50-50 ball for Tay, who makes the grab. And nobody on him. Tay's going to angle from the 50 to the 40, 30, and there's nobody close to Tay Hardwick as he steps in the end zone for a touchdown. Man, Day was on his feet, scrambling left and right, and just sent a prayer up to Tay as Tay met it up in the air. A couple of DBs in the area for Anthony were looking for the football, didn't wrap Tay up, and Tay angled off on the side and had the end zone for a touchdown. It's 20-6 Fighting Bucks. Alex Adams trying to kick the extra point now. Alex Adams set to kick it away. Kick is up and good. 21-6, the Fighting Bucks on top. We'll be back in a moment.
With everything you've got on your plate, it can be difficult to manage healthcare for the whole family. At Big Bend Regional Health Clinic, we make it easy to find a provider and schedule care right from your phone or laptop. Whether it's an injury on the practice field or time for annual physicals, just visit bigbendanytime.com, select your preferred provider and appointment time, and you're good to go. Our clinic team specializes in compassionate and personalized treatment for patients of all ages. Schedule today at bigbendanytime.com.
Bucks ready to kick it back to the Wildcats, leading 21-6. Big time, 85-yard touchdown connection between Day and Tay as this is a squib up the middle. Collected at the 20, running straight up the field past the 30, past the 35, and up to the 39-yard line for Anthony. That's where they will take over. Anthony had the first score of the game on a go route on the far sideline, and it's been all Bucks since then with 3 straight scores for Alpine. 3 interceptions in the ball game for Alpine as well. And the Wildcats leave the huddle with a power spread. This is that look we saw all last year from Andy Smith. Quarterback hands off to the running back, angling off on the left side. Great tackle. Wow, wrapping up in a strong tackle. That end getting into the backfield quickly was Darius Portillo, who had a strong arm on the far side and halted the Wildcats for no gain on the play. There's going to be a substitution. I think Wildcat lost his helmet, and they'll have to bring another player in for a moment. At least one play. Again, Sul Ross State has their first home game tomorrow. They host Texas A&M Kingsville back in Alpine. That game starts at 7 o'clock locally. That'll be on the radio as well, or Flow Sports if you want to watch it. It's second down and 10. Anthony taking a lot of time to look over the sideline, maybe getting a free timeout here. The play clock definitely would have expired. Again, one Anthony player came out with some helmet issues. Okay. So Anthony planned on taking a timeout right at the extent of the play clock, so they let as much time bleed off the clock as possible, take the timeout, and we'll be back in a moment here at Big Ben Radio.
Looking for crystal clear TV and unbeatable deals? Come to Big Canyon TV, your local home for Dish Network service and the latest in Samsung TVs. Whether you're upgrading your setup or cutting the cable cord, we've got you covered with Dish's top channels and DVR tech and Samsung's stunning 4K screens. Big Canyon TV, big on service, big on savings, and just around the corner. Come see what you've been missing. Visit us today at Big Canyon TV or call us at 837-7484.
Wildcats meet on the sideline for a moment. Again, it's second down and 10 after a big tackle from Portillo. Ball's at the 39-yard line of the Wildcats in blue today. 4 wide receiver set. Quarterback looks for a screen pass on the on the near side. First man there is Day Hardwick. He wraps up his man 1 yard upfield, and no room to go for the Anthony Wildcats as we tie up with the wide receiver after the play. Late whistle, Abel Jimenez made the grab. Late whistle there just to tell the Bucs to break it up. And it's a third down and 8. Quarterback goes back out. Joey Van Ert, again, a sophomore starting quarterback. Starting quarterback, of course, for your Bucs. Day Hardwick, a senior. Bucs go odd with 3 down linemen, 4 wide receivers set, 8 set to drop back for your Fighting Bucs. Here's the snap. Again, a 3-man rush, 8 dropping back, and a slant dropped up the middle. It was a quick slant intended for the wide receiver, Gabriel Chacon. He dropped the pass. He was the same one who dropped the go route in the end zone on a beautiful throw from the quarterback, Joey Van Ert, a few drives ago, and the punt crew will have to come out. With 3:18 remaining in this second quarter, the Bucs will have an opportunity to score and really make this tough for Anthony in the second quarter of today's ball game. Deep return man is Dane Jeffers. This one headed for Dane. He's going to be able to return this one. Catching it at the 30, bobbled for a moment, up past the 35, angling and taking it back down out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Man, I thought he was well out of bounds as the hit was made. He's helped up by the coaching staff, which might help Anthony from getting a flag on the tail end of that one. There is a flag on the field. That was sent by a referee close to this near sideline. I think it's an issue with Anthony going ahead of that white line on the sideline. They're supposed to stay behind that line to not impede with the quarterback, or I'm sorry, the side judge, and I think that's where the flag comes. Normally there's a warning first, and then you get a flag. We'll see if they move the ball upfield. No, I think they'll mark it right at the 40. I think the flag comes with a warning. 4 wide receivers set. The ball's on the near hash. Day takes the snap. Again, getting a great jump. Yep, there's a pass interference. That end on the near side got a great jump, got in the backfield. It was a screen look for the Bucs, so everybody got to the backfield. Zane De Leon was the intended target. As the pass came to De Leon, he was laid out with the ball about halfway there, and it'll be... Oh, no, they're going to wave it off. They're going to say Zane was still within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, no pass interference, and an incomplete pass. Second down and 10. Alpine and Coach Jerry Dominguez will take a timeout. Coach was really impressed with this team's work ethic and their ability to stick with Sonora last week. He talked about it in our radio over at Big Bend Radio, our interview over at Big Bend Radio. That airs during the 10 o'clock hour every Friday. You can also listen to it online via podcast. Look up Alpine Sports Network podcast. You can see every conversation we have with Jerry. He comes with us every single week to talk about the team. It's a really pivotal time as district play starts. Man, it'll be interesting to see how that Crane Compass ball game goes, happening up in Compass. I'll try and get you guys a score update. Looks like it's 6-6 right now in the second quarter between Crane and Compass. A great ball game. 4 wide receiver set, second down and 10. Play action, Day pump faking. He's going to roll out to the right side. Calling for his wide receivers to come back. A late flag. He airs it up. Anthony has it popped out. It was intended for Dane Jeffers up the field. Dane knocked it away. I think the flag will come as a hold against the Bucs as Day was rolling out to that right side. We saw that towards the tail end of that Sonora game as well. We've seen the bootleg from Day rolling out to either side, but some of our offensive linemen just trying to help Day out a little bit more, help grab that edge, and have grabbed some jersey and got some hold calls when Day tends to roll out. It's still second down and 20. Bucs at their own 30 with 2:55 remaining in the second quarter. 21-6, Bucs on top. Trying to put this one out of reach. Day takes the snap. It's another screen. Everybody's in the backfield. Dane Jeffers has some lead blockers as he makes the grab upfield for a gain of about 12 yards. Man, those offensive linemen releasing to throw the blocks upfield on another screen look and doing a good job at that. Adriel Valenzuela, David Baca. I think Seth Dutch over in the area. 5 wide receiver set empty for Day. 4-man rush. Day stepping up into the pocket. Still looking upfield. Makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage. Up and fighting his way forward for a first down. It was an empty set. 4-man rush for Anthony. No spy in the area, and Day gets it with his feet. We'll have to see where the spot is. I thought Day got there. It looks like it might be an Anthony-friendly spot. Again, that was on third down. It will be fourth. No, first down and 10 for the Bucs. They give him the spot at the 50-yard line. The halfway mark for the Bucs with 2:21 remaining in the quarter. Another 4 wide receiver set. Zane De Leon play action. 3 men in the backfield. Day airs it up for Jeffers upfield through the hands of Jeffers at the 12-yard line, incomplete. Man, that was placed well by Day. Dane unable to come away with the grab, and that's second down. Dane had a huge catch last week against Sonora. Make that an 85-yard touchdown catch for Dane. As the Bucs line back up with 4 wide receivers. Handoff to Zane. Zane angles off on the right side, up 5-10 yards, and he has a first down for the Bucs up to the 39. Man, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I talk about Zane De Leon, the freshman, and what he's been able to do for this team. But a starting running back now, and you call his number often. Another handoff to Zane. He's going to spin around a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Upfield, breaks another tackle 5 yards upfield and fights forward for a first down as he's taken down by an ankle tackle at the 27. Timeout called by the Bucks. And we'll send it to a quick commercial break. Bucks driving.
Is that old lawnmower or tractor having a hard time starting? Is it mowing your lawn uneven? Is it tearing the grass and not cutting it? It may be time for you to upgrade to a new steel mower or tractor from In-N-Out Rental, Alpine's only authorized steel dealer. In-N-Out has a complete line of yard care equipment and tools, and their knowledgeable and friendly staff can assist you answering any questions you may have. In-N-Out Rental, 604 West Holland, here to make lawn care easier.
Bucks lined up, waiting on Anthony after the timeout. It's a 4 wide receiver set. Everybody spread out wide. Numbers in the box for Anthony. We're going to hand off, test those numbers, and Zane is able to get past the line of scrimmage upfield for a gain of 8. 3 straight runs for Zane, a 10-yard run, a 10-yard run, and an 8-yard run. As it's second and about 2. Bucks now in the red zone at the 20-yard line exactly. Four wide receiver set. Handoff. This time it's Guillen who powers his way, hits a man at the line to gain, fights forward, and has a first down. Up to about the 16-yard line. That's Zeke Guillen. Play action. Day looking. Has Dane Jeffers in the end zone for a touchdown. Day Hardwick to Zane Jeffers. Senior on senior connection, and the Bucks lead 27-6 with 1:08 remaining in the second quarter. Really nice drive and a nice bounce back for the Bucks after trailing 6-0 in this game. There's a flag on the play. Bucks decline it. Dane with touchdown catches in back-to-back weeks. Man, how many options do we have on the offensive side of the football? We run that air raid look. We target Dane. We target Thaddeus. We target Tay. We target Zane as this kick is up. Through the uprights and good. 28-6, the Bucks lead. We'll be back in a moment.
Lowe's Market traces its history to E.M. Bud Lowe, who sold candy and sundries from the back of his truck in Littlefield, Texas in the 1940s. In 1964, Bob opened the first Lowe's Market, a small grocery store in Olton, Texas. Since then, Lowe's has expanded into small and medium-sized towns and cities throughout Texas and New Mexico. When Lowe's makes an investment in a community, they also make a commitment to serve the community with the highest quality and selection, along with fair pricing. Lowe's, your family grocery store.
Bucks will kick it away. Alex Adams on the kickoff. Sends it high towards the 15-yard line where Anthony will return. Angling up past the 25, right towards the middle. He's fallen some blockers and taken down at about the 35-yard line. Where Anthony has 1 minute to try and score a touchdown. You have to think that there will be some deeper safeties right now for the Bucks, a prevent type look. I'm sure field goal territory for the Wildcats, a two-way program, isn't going to be too far up or too far away from the end zone. We'll see. I mean, the Bucks have 3 interceptions on the day. Anthony hasn't scored since that drive. They go with a lot of screen looks. So he might still have some press coverage. It looks like Zane isn't dropped too deep as a safety with a lot of authority in the backfield. They'll motion one across. Now 4 wide receivers on the near side. Quarterback rolling out to that side. Jumping the pass, Tay Hardwick with the 4th interception of the ball game for the Bucks. Quarterback was on the run. I don't know if he saw Tay there as he looked for his man running an out route. And again, Tay jumps in, and the Bucks could score again with 53 seconds remaining in the first half. They're at the 35-yard line. Tay Hardwick with an interception. Day Hardwick has one. Zane De Leon has one. I think Ramirez has one. It's hard to keep up at this point. It's a 4 wide receiver set. Bucks are going to try and score here. Day takes the snap in the shotgun. Backing up, 4-man rush, rolling out to the right side. Day will have all the time in the world over on the right side now. Looking up the field. He's flat-footed. Now he's going to go up. 1 man to beat a spy, and he steps out of bounds about 2 yards upfield. 39 seconds remaining on the clock. After Day steps out of bounds to stop the clock. 2nd down and 8. Again, coaching staff in gold today. It's a 4 wide receiver set now. Zane De Leon, the freshman, off to the left side of Day. He's blocking for him as this is an out route for Alec Ramos. Alec will run towards the sideline, run a man over close to the sideline, and get to the sideline to stop the clock again. That's one of those plays where you tell your guy, hey, you need to get out of bounds as we give you the football in an out route. And Alec took the opportunity to get out of bounds, but also throw a big hit on the way there. The clock is running. Day takes the snap. Looks up the seam. Pass dropped by Alec Ramos. Alec had a couple of guys draped all over him there. It's 2nd down and 10. Ball's at the 24-yard line. Last week, right before the halftime break, Bucks had a big-time touchdown catch made by Thaddeus. And Anthony will take a timeout right before we snap the football with 14.9 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Bucks trying to score. We'll be back in a moment.
The big sale on pre-emergent weed and crabgrass products runs through September 30th at Morrison True Value Gardens. Regularly $49.99. The 28-pound bag of Fertilome high-yield broadleaf weed and crabgrass preventer is on sale at $25.99. Another choice is Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action that knocks out current crabgrass and grassy weeds and prevents their coming back later on. Get 4,000 square foot coverage for $25.99 now through the end of this month at Morrison True Value Gardens.
Bucks back lined up over the football.
2nd and 10 for Alpine from the Wildcats 23.
Day takes the snap, has to collect it for a moment. 4-man rush, looks for a crossing route, has his man Thaddeus with the catch. They'll have a 1st down. And the whistle blows. Timeout called by the Bucks. 2.2 seconds remaining in the second half, or the second quarter, the first half. It's a 1st down for the Bucks. Ball is at the 13-yard line, and we're going to have 1 shot at the end zone. It looks like they want 6 seconds on the clock. So they're going to add 6 seconds. Bucks might have 2 shots here. You know, Alex Adams, I think this could be the extent of his range. So we might take a shot with a pass towards the end zone on a quick play with 5 seconds. Everybody's stacked in. No, it's Alex Adams. Alex Adams out here to kick it at the 20-yard line. This will be a 30-yard field goal for Alex Adams. Ball's on the left hash. First time we've seen Alex try it from this deep all year. He's had the distance. This is up. It looks like it was tipped by Anthony and short of the uprights. A block by the Wildcats. Field goal attempt is short, no good. And there'll be about 3 seconds left on the clock for Anthony to run one play. Again, Alex, I think Alex would have had it. That attempt was blocked by the Anthony line. And now we see that big-time prevent defense from the Bucs. If you're watching on YouTube, you see Tay Hardwick, Day Hardwick, Zane De Leon, and Thaddeus Prieto all backed up about 20 yards back. Our linebackers in Road Babb, David Baca, Connor Ramirez are all where our safeties traditionally line up. Alec Ramos too. So we're not giving them anything. They're going to run it right up the middle. Angle off on the right side, up past the 35, past the 40. Still plenty of Bucks as they get to the 50-yard line and are pushed out of bounds to end the first half. 28-6, Bucks lead. After a 6-0 Anthony Wildcat lead, halftime will be 24 minutes. We'll return here at Big Bend Radio after the break. This is Alpine Fighting Buck football.
Up here in the mountains, you don't settle, and neither do we. Mountain Zone TV brings crystal clear cable, lightning fast internet, and reliable service right to your cabin, lodge, or backcountry home. Dallas Cowboy fans who live in Presidio, Marfa, Fort Davis, and Marathon can catch the Cowboys in action with a Mountain Zone TV cable package. Because here at Mountain Zone TV, we're doing business right.
It's time for this month's Napa savings. Pick up a Gear Wrench Professional Bidirectional Diagnostic Scan Tool for only $130 each, saving 18%. Save up to 20% on crocodile cloths for just $19.99 each. Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil up to 33% off, available for just $25.49. You can get Napa Heavy Duty Diesel Engine Oil starting at just $15.59 each, saving up to 33%. Buy some Napa Diesel Exhaust Fluid at 24% off, only $12.99. Napa Auto located at 301 West Holland Avenue in downtown Alpine.
Skinner's Drilling and Well Service offers everything you need when it comes to solar well pump system installation and maintenance. Whether you're looking to cut electricity costs or need solar power in an area where electricity is not readily available, Skinner's Drilling and Well Service has some solar options that you'll want to consider. By the way, these systems are upgradable over time. Call Skinner's Drilling and Well Service, LLC at 837-2497, Texas license number 2838A1.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't settle for just any roof. Trust the experts at Talent Roofing.
Marching onto the field is the Anthony High School Wildcat Band, led by drum major Jacqueline Eladio. The band is under the direction of Janelle Assad. Squad coach is Jacqueline Pearson. Percussion coach is Eladio Lozoya. And the techs are Leroy Fuller, Juana Romero, Andrea Brandilla, Paola Diaz, and Estrella Solis. From all of us.
Hey, good evening, folks. We're back here in the second half as the Alpine Fighting Bucks lead 28-6 on the road at the Anthony Wildcats. They're honoring a class from the 70s over at Anthony High School coming out onto the field today. Much like the Fighting Bucks, every day seems like a theme day. I know the guys dressed up in their favorite jerseys on the bus ride here. There's plenty of Texas, plenty of Buck jerseys, and jerseys all about. Seems like every day is a theme day. Nowadays, it was Little Buck night in our first home game against Sonora last week. We'll have homecoming coming up in October. I'm sure we'll have teacher appreciation night coming up soon. But a Buck's coming out of the tunnel now, as you can see him. If you're watching on YouTube, I tried to turn the quality up just to the level where it doesn't skip around like we had in that Sonora game. If it does start skipping around egregiously, maybe somebody could let me know in chat and I could turn the quality settings back down. But other than that, we're live here at Big Bend Radio. We're live on YouTube at Big Bend Radio as the Bucks come out of the tunnel. 28-6, Bucks on top. It was 6-0 Anthony after they scored a touchdown on a go route. We had 4 interceptions in the first half, and we were able to drive up the field, almost kicked a field goal at the tail end of halftime, a 30-yard field goal for Alex Adams, but it was blocked by the Anthony Wildcat special teams crew. A really young team out here in Anthony, though. Sophomore starting quarterback. Half the players making plays seem like they're in that sophomore class. And we'll see how the Bucks come out here early on in the second half. The bands have been out here for a long time. We had the Fighting Buck band go first. Then this Anthony band. I think they're just now tearing down on the field as the teams stand on either sideline. Came out of the tunnel a moment ago. Now the cheerleaders going out there. I think they have a routine to go through. Anthony's cheerleaders coming out here for a routine before we start the second half. Maybe Wendy's and Van Horn won't be open. Nah, that Wendy's and Van Horn is open late. We'll pass through El Paso as well. Coach Jerry Dominguez told me that the team voted on the restaurant that they wanted to stop at on the way up here. I'll give you 15 seconds to guess what restaurant amongst y'all. As the cheerleaders do their routine. You have any guesses? I'll give you a hint. It's a chicken place. My first guess was Chick-fil-A. That's not right. It's Raising Cane's. If you guess Raising Cane's, you had it right. You win absolutely nothing, but that's where the Fighting Bucks decided to stop. You know, the Alpine Cowboys over the summer stopped at Raising Cane's pretty much every time we went west through Las Cruces, New Mexico. So on our way to Santa Fe, on our way to Tucson, which we did a few times over the summer. We'd stop in Las Cruces. Everybody would go get Cane's, maybe take an extra walk to Chipotle. When we went to Roswell, we went north, so we didn't pass through El Paso or Las Cruces. We're kind of on the way to Las Cruces right now here on the north side of El Paso via Anthony. Now the little cheerleaders are coming out here. The junior cheerleaders are going through their routine. They're getting their spotlight. Must be a little cheerleader night. There's a whole bunch of them. I doubt they have this many at every game. an army. Oh, they had these girls went through their cheerleading camp and have their opportunity to be out here on the field going through their routine. Band playing music for them. After the little cheerleaders, it's my turn to go out there. And I have a routine. And the Buck cheerleaders. And the local staff at Sonic is going to go roller skate around the field, and we'll start the third quarter here in about 45 minutes. I don't think anybody's complaining. They'll be over here in a second. We'll have the second half running. You know, one thing to think about here is with Crane and Compass playing an absolute barn burner of a ball game across the district, Alpine might have some opportunities to rest some legs here in the second half. Maybe they come out, score. And then a big-time ball game at home against Crane next week. It'd be nice to have some fresh legs while they, again, beat each other up on the other side of the district. Compass up right now, 13-6 against Crane. That's in the third quarter, 13-6 Compass leads. Little cheerleaders finished their first song, going through their second song. This time it's they're doing an entire routine to Freebird. Now they're giving their chance out here. I got more cheerleaders than the Dallas Cowboys today. And they're coming towards the sideline. They've been on the sideline the whole game, so I think they have. We'll see. And the football teams are coming onto the field. 28-6, Bucks on top as we start the third quarter. Bucks will receive. So again, we'll try and score. I don't think we've seen a backup option today all year. So I don't know who our second string quarterback would be. Day has played the entirety of those ball games against Wink, Fort Stockton, Wellington, the blowouts, and then the entirety, of course, of the game against Sonora, where we lost by 3. Anthony set to kick it away. Kick is low, burning towards the back line. Stepping up is Thaddeus Prieto. He collects at the 10, angles off on the right side at the 20, breaks a tackle there, up past the 25, 30, 35, and pushed down at the 37-yard line. A great return brought to you by H&R Block, where you can maximize your tax return back in Alpine. Big-time college football game tomorrow, or day tomorrow. Bunch of big SEC matchups. It's a 4 wide receiver set, but again, Sul Ross State Lobos with their first home game of the year with the new head coach. As this is a handoff, run on the right side. Zane De Leon runs a guy over 8 yards upfield and has a 14-yard gain on first down. Man, we've been churning with Zane's legs. That was a big gain for the freshman. That's kind of what the drive looked like at the tail end of the first half. And before they were able to set the chains, a handoff to Zaney, ankles off on the right side, and has a gain of about 2 yards. I'm not sure if the officials gave us the signal to go without the chains getting set, but We had a gain of 2 yards. Wide receiver stacked out wide. Just 4 in the box. Make it 5 in the box for Anthony. Day Hardwick with the keeper. Angles off on the left side. Now at the sideline past the 40, 30, and he'll step out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Huge gain on the play. You know, when I see those wide receivers stacked way out wide when the Bucks line up, I think that they're spreading out the defense for Anthony, giving themselves numbers for the run game in the box. We're going to have a hurry-up look with that same exact look. Still just 6 in the box for Anthony. This time, Day Hardwick with the screen to far side. Rode Babb with the catch at the line of scrimmage. He angles forward around a Day Hardwick block upfield for a gain of about 8. There's 10:41 remaining in this third quarter. First time we've seen Babb today. He's been a threat at times for this Fighting Buck offense. One of a number of air raid options. 4 wide receiver set. Second down and 4. Day Hardwick again with a screen look for Babb on the right side. Babb breaks a tackle, falls forward, and has a first down at the 14-yard line of the Wildcats. Now Day Hardwick play action, looks for an out route, has Dane Jeffers 5 yards upfield to the 9-yard line. Second down and 4 now. Bucks inside the 10-yard line. Leading 28-6 with 9:47 and ticking remaining in this third quarter. Day takes the snap in the shotgun. Play action, looks for Tay on a screen on the right side. Tay makes the grab, follows a block, and is pushed out of bounds just short of the pylon. Bucks at the 1-yard line now, and coming onto the field is a power look for Alec Ramos. Alec Ramos, a big body. We'll try and help the Bucks punch it in here. Day takes the shotgun, following that power side, and he finds a hole on the right side, angles off there, and jumps over a man that's laying down on the ground for a touchdown. It's now 34-6. Again, Day with the keeper, the run, and the touchdown. Alex Adams hasn't missed an extra point all day. His only field goal attempt was blocked from 30 yards out. Just a sophomore. Snap is good, kick is up, through the uprights. Man, Alex Adams is consistent and well long. He puts it right around the scoreboard. It's 35-6. We'll be back after a commercial break. Wait, there is a flag. Bucks are still out there. No, they return to the sideline. We'll return in a moment.
Need a wheelbarrow stout enough to haul a Fightin' Buck? Morrison True Value Gardens has one on sale right now. It's a true temper wheelbarrow with a never rust 8 cubic foot poly tray. It has 2 big 14.5-inch pneumatic tires to handle big loads. Regular price on this heavy-duty wheelbarrow is $159. Now through September 15th, you can pick one up for $119 while supplies last at Morrison True Value Gardens, 202 East Avenue E in Alpine.
Bucks with the squib over on the right side. Anthony collects at the 20, angles back towards midfield, taken. No, we're going to rip off some of the undershirt from behind at the 23-yard line, and he's taken down around the 24. That's where Anthony will take over. Their first drive here in the third quarter.
We'd like to recognize some of our sponsors of tonight's game. O'Reilly Auto, Pristine Moments, Homestyle Pizzeria.
Bucks yet to get their first win this year. Unless some seriously unforeseen circumstances take place, they will win their first ball game and go to 1-0 in district play with a huge date against Crane coming up next Friday night back in Alpine. 3 wide receiver set. Anthony, a quarterback keeper, running off on the left side. hit at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. It looks like Crane and Compass. It was a 3-way tie for first place in the district last year. Crane, Compass, and Alpine all won a district title. But this year, I think the same 3 would be favorites. But Compass, a dominant game today. Coach Dominguez talked about Compass. It's a private school, and they've added some big bodies on the offensive and defensive line. As there's a false start, pushing back Anthony 5 yards. It's 2nd down, back to the original line of scrimmage. Official running the clock. Our scoreboard operator doing it right, but the official's calling for the run the clock after the flag.
2nd and 10, Wildcats.
2 running backs in the backfield with the quarterback. Handoff, he angles off on the left side. Ankle tackle from behind for Baca. And meeting him head on was Connor Ramirez. Gain of about 3 on the play. It's 3rd down and 7. Clock is moving with 7:40 remaining in this 3rd quarter. And there may have been agreement between the 2 teams to run the clock. You know, I saw at the NCAA level, a game where Mississippi State and Alcorn State, an FCS school, agreed to play the last quarter as a 10-minute quarter instead of a 15-minute quarter because it was out of hand. As this is a go route up the seam, bunch of Bucks in the area. It's picked off by Tay. Tay's 2nd interception of the ball game, the Bucks' 5th pick, and he will go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Man, there was a player for Anthony who put Rode Babb on the ground and just stuck his knee in the middle of his back. Rode was frustrated after that play. I think that's 5 interceptions. I've started to lose count. It's 35-6 Alpine with 7:11 remaining in this 3rd quarter, and the Bucks talking to their offensive coordinator who's on the sideline today. They started off the year up in the booth. I think he's been on the sideline the last couple of ball games. 4 wide receiver set. Day takes the snap in the shotgun, play action, just a 4-man rush for Anthony. We're going to send a 50-50 ball to the end zone for Tay. Tay looking over the shoulder, taken down as it's incomplete. There's a flag on the play coming to the feet of Day. Day wants a flag for pass interference in the end zone. The flag's in the backfield right now. And it's a hold against Alpine, pushing him back 10 yards. It'll be 1st down and 20 for the Bucks at the Anthony Wildcat 45. This is a big go ball on the right side. We're testing Tay's ability to jump up, take control of the ball. He's done it at times today. Had that big time 85-yard touchdown catch on a similar play. This time we went for the end zone. It's a 4 wide receiver set now. Off to the left side is Zane De Leon. The lone back, and we'll hand off to Zane on 1st and 20, and Zane is hitting the backfield. Big time tackle there from the Wildcat, number 64, Estevan Cardenas, a senior, 5'7", listed as a linebacker. He may be playing on the defensive line right now. 4 wide receiver set for the Bucks. Day takes the snap, looks for a screen for Thaddeus on the left side, has some blockers, upfield past the 40, past the 45, and taken down at the 32-yard line, which is maybe 1 yard in favor of the Bucks ahead of the original line of scrimmage. There's a flag right in front of the Bucks sideline from the side judge around the line of scrimmage before this play started. He's talking to the white hat official. And it looks like it's against Anthony. He's pointing towards the Anthony team. No, it's an illegal man downfield. They tap the top of their head. So one of our linemen on the screenplay made his way 5 yards upfield. That's a danger on those screen passes. Those linemen taught to wait to release until the pass is thrown. One of those that with the naked eye, I'll never see it. So it's second down and 26 yards. Ball's at the 50-yard line to gain for the Bucks is at the 24. The officials talking about this one. I think it was second in. Did we lose it down too? 4 wide receiver set. Ball's at the 50-yard line. Day with time, 4-man rush. Gonna have to scramble. He's hit and taken down at the Buck 40-yard line. So loss of 10 more on the play. Our camera here can just about fit where the Bucks are lining up at the football and where they need to get to. It's about 37 yards. Third down and 37. Bucks at their own 40. 4 wide receiver set. 3 on the left, 1 on the right for Day. 4 down linemen for Anthony. They're going to send 4. Day looking for a flat screen for Tay. Tay has a couple of blocks. Angles off on the right side and upfield for a gain of 17 yards. 4th down. Seems like 4 down territory. No, I think the Bucks will not bring the punt crew out. It's 4th and very long, but you can't really switch the field that much. Bucks trust their defense, though, as the clock runs with 5:17 remaining in the third quarter. 35-6 our score. High snap for Alec. Alec gets it off. A low burner headed to the 15-yard line. Caught there, makes a shimmy, loses the football, and the Bucks fall on the football at the 21-yard line. The returner was hit from behind. Nice wrap of a tackle, knocked the football out of his hands, and a Fighting Buck fell on the football. So Bucks take over at the 21-yard line of the Wildcats. Handoff for Guillen. He runs up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, spinning, backing up, and getting to the 9-yard line. That's Guillen. First down and goal. Another handoff to Guillen, trying to angle off on the right side. This time, Anthony able to get into the backfield and take him down. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and goal still. With 4:23 remaining in this third quarter. Day takes the snap. Guillen taken down in the backfield for a loss. Third down and 15.
3rd and goal after the loss from the 15.
4 wide receiver set. Bucks have a free play. They get Anthony to jump off sides. 50-50 ball in the back corner of the end zone. Tay has the grab and a touchdown. There's about 4 flags in the backfield. They came right as Anthony jumped offside. I don't know what those late flags were for. Maybe a hit on Day. But Day, again, knew he had the free play as about 4 Wildcats jumped off sides. He saw the flags come out and just sent a lob up to the back corner of the end zone where Tay made an over-the-shoulder grab. The other flags are right around where Tay threw the football from. And I think the touchdown will stand. Buck touchdown. Our extra point team is coming out onto the field. 41-6, the Bucks lead. Still no official signal from the referee as they have to cover some ground to pick up the laundry all over the place. Alex Adams is ready to kick this one. 3:40 remains in the third quarter. Bucks up 41-6. High snap. Day controls. Alex sends it up and good. No good. Just missed on the right side. First missed extra point in a while for Alex Adams. We'll forgive him today. 41-6 our score. We'll be back in a moment.
Looking for more ways to watch your favorite shows, sports, and movies? With BBT, it's simple. When you sign up for our Work and Play internet plan, you'll get a free Roku device and $10 in monthly streaming credits. Enjoy hundreds of channels, including popular Spanish language favorites like Univision, Unimas, and Telemundo, all with reliable local internet you know and trust. Call 800-592-4781 or order online 24/7 at BigBen.com. BBT, reliable, local, and connected.
Our sponsors for tonight's game, Tucker Detailing, Sunny See-Through,
Bucks will kick it away from the 40-yard line.
Fireworks, Mickey's, and Automatic Massage. Thank you. It is returned at the 17.
Up past the 30-yard line, the Bucks wrapping up the Wildcats. Man, they're still fighting forward, pushing a pile up past the 35 to the 38-yard line. That's where Anthony will take over with 3:31 remaining in the third quarter, trailing 41-6. Four wide receivers set for the Wildcats. Tay goes to the sideline. Day still the deep safety right now. Bucks encroachment as we may have reacted to a Wildcat. We definitely jumped and hit an Anthony Wildcat. That was Seth Dutch over. And they're going to push it upfield 5 yards for the Wildcats. So encroachment on Seth Dutch over. He subs out real quick. Just jumped off sides, tricked by that hard count. Good coaching moment in a ball game like this. Four wide receivers set for Anthony. Quarterback takes the snap, handoff, run up the middle, and Eve battles forward just short of the line to gain. A second down and very short. They may have gotten there. They're right on top of the sticks. Officials are going to give it to him. Not going to opt for the measurement. That'd waste about 2 minutes of our time here. As Anthony hops into the huddle, it's first down and 10. Ball is at the Wildcat 49-yard line. If you're watching on YouTube, Wildcats in blue, Bucks in white. Four wide receiver set. Quarterback takes the snap. The sophomore pump fakes. Plenty of white jerseys in the backfield, and they'll take them down. First man there was Rode Babb and Alec Ramos, who conjoined on the sack. Second down and 16. Quarterback, again with that pump fake, stepped up in the pocket, and the Bucks were able to take him down. 4 wide receiver set. Bucks only have a couple of DBs on the near side. We make a late adjustment. There's a false start, I believe, against the Wildcats, which will push them back 5 more yards. Again, there were 3 wide receivers on the near side there. And Bucks with a late adjustment to get Babb in the area along with 2 DBs. It's not the starting crew out right now. A number that isn't on my depth chart. Rhodey, thank you. 4 wide receiver set. Play action, pass up the middle is batted down by the Bucks. Now 3rd and 20. With 1:47 remaining in this third quarter, Bucks up 41-6. Yeah, number 21, that near side DB, isn't listed on the depth chart right now. Number 19, also not listed on the depth chart right now. Playing at the safety spot for the Bucks. May have been a situation where Coach Dominguez had a couple of his JV guys come out and dress out for the game today, expecting them to get some reps maybe in the 3rd or 4th quarter. So there's a timeout on the field. We'll be back in a moment.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn and Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed. Enjoy our hot breakfast, always free. Just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine, we put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn and Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at hampton.com.
Still 3rd and about 20. With the Wildcats at their own 39. Bucks with some late adjustments here. 2 running backs in the backfield. The motion went off to the right side of the quarterback. He looks upfield. Over the shoulder catch, just too strong for his intended wide receiver. Trying to angle back there for the Bucks was that number 21 who I was talking about a moment ago. And then again, the incomplete pass forces 4th down with 1:42 remaining in this third quarter. Punt crew out with 2 gunners. Deep return man. It's been Dane Jeffers all day. I think that's Dane right now. As this is low, angling towards the 30. A good roll for Anthony up to the 20, 15. And they will spot it at the 15-yard line. That's where the Bucks will take over. At number 21, Emerson Roach. Thanks for the chat, folks. Tough on the road with no spotters up here in the booth. 1:34 remaining in this third quarter. We'll see who's in that shotgun. It's still... No, now it's Tay Hardwick. Tay's in the shotgun. So Tay, that backup quarterback right now. Handoff to Zane De Leon. He angles around, breaks a couple of tackles, angling off on the right side. 25, 30, 35, trying to follow a couple of blocks at the 40, where he will get taken down at about the 42-yard line. Big gain for De Leon. You know, I think right now we're seeing a similar situation where in a 41-6 ball game, we're seeing some of the underclassmen right now for the Wildcats as they look forward to a matchup next week against Compass in a neutral site in Van Horn. There's a flag at the end of the play, a face mask against Anthony. And it'll put the Bucks 15 yards further upfield. So a big gain for Zane. And the Bucks now have the ball at the 44-yard line of the Wildcats. Snap for Day, handoff, this time to Guillen. Guillen breaking a couple of tackles, battling his way forward. Man, Guillen is running tough right now. Up for a gain of 9 yards to the 35-yard line. Walker. That's Walker, the running back, wearing number 5. Guillen is hurt right now, so Walker takes the handoff here, met in the backfield. Again, it was second and about 1, and he's battling still on his feet. No gain, though. Alec Ramos comes in. So that number 5, he's been running the ball all game, including early on. Walker's had a bunch of carries. Looked sharp for the Bucks today. 3rd down and 1. Bucks will wait till this quarter's over. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, clock is ticking. Again, there's no play clock here, but the officials keep the play clock in their head, and the Bucks will be able to run out this quarter. We'll send to a quick commercial break. 41-6, Bucks on top.
At Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
Walker with the carry there. Sorry about the camera here on YouTube. I'm working on fixing that real quick. Tay Hardwick sends a go ball up the field, misses Thaddeus Prieto just by a few inches. Second down and 10 now for the Bucks. Again, Tay taking his first snaps at the quarterback position this year. 4 wide receivers set. Walker takes the snap, or takes the handoff. He's taken down and hit in the backfield. No gain on the play. 3rd down now coming up for your Bucks. As the clock ticks, 11:10, 11:08, 11:06 remaining in this 4th quarter. 41-6 Bucks on top here on the road in the district opener. 4 wide receivers again for Tay in the shotgun. Gives a motion look to Walker for a play action on the right side. Number 4 again in the backfield and taking down Tay as he scrambles out to the right side. That forces 4th down and a loss of 4 on a sack on the play. That number 4, Reyes Ontiveros, a sophomore, has been jumping the snap count all day. He has gotten attuned with the snap count and gets in the backfield, reading that hard snap. Tay takes the snap, looks up the seam, and this is picked off on 4th down. Anthony trying to return it up past the initial line of scrimmage for the Bucks, pushed out of bounds at the Anthony 46-yard line. There's a really late flag coming in. It might be a late hit against the Bucks. You could see it here on YouTube. He was pushed down after stepping on that Anthony sideline. Yeah, they're going to give that late hit and push Anthony upfield 15 more yards. I think the sideline asking for that call. They got what they asked for. It might have been the right call, especially late in a ball game like this. Some the referee's just trying to keep everybody healthy. 10-13 remains. Again, it's 1st down and 10. Anthony at the Buck 40-yard line. Still funny to think that Anthony scored the first 6 points in today's game, and then the Bucks responded with 41. 3 wide receivers set, 2 backs off with the quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to keep on the right side, hit at the line of scrimmage by Darius Portillo. Darius drags him back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. This is still the starting quarterback in for the Wildcats. And Joey Van Aert is slung the ball awfully well today. Had a couple of drop passes on the deep balls to his wide receivers. I think Joey's looked really good as a sophomore out there. So the clock ticks with 9:30 remaining in the game. It's a 4 wide receiver set. 2 on the far side, 2 on the near side. Ball's on the near hash. Van Aert takes the snap. 5-man rush for Alpine. Looks for a go route up the sideline. Thaddeus was the closest man to the ball. Shielded the wide receiver away from the ball. Almost made an over-the-shoulder grab. It falls incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Thaddeus subs out. New Bucks all over the place. Day still that deep safety. Van Aert takes the snap, hitch route on the right side. He makes his man miss, angles upfield. Bucks wrap him up just short of the line of gain. It'll be 4th and short and 4 down territory. Anthony's about to go for it on 4th down here with 9:01 and ticking remaining in the 4th quarter. Four wide receiver set. Again, 4th and 2 for the Wildcats. Van Aert trying the hard count to get the Bucks to jump offside. Looks back to the sideline for the play call. .8:30, 8:29, 8:28. Van Aert takes the snap. Hitch route on the left side, has his man, big hit from behind. There's a flag in the middle of the field. Day laying the hammer. White hat official signals a flag against Alpine. It came out towards the tail end of that play. Pushes it way upfield. 15-yard penalty up to the 16-yard line of the Bucks. So with 8:18 remaining in the 4th quarter, Anthony trying to score. In that home ball game next week against Crane is going to be a big one. We'll have another score update here It's the Wildcats. The 4 wide receiver set, take the snap, a handoff, and run up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage and taken down by Darius Portillo. It's the 4th quarter, and Compass still leads Crane 13-6. So a defensive ball game over there in Compass. That game's not over just yet. 4 wide receiver set again after the 5-yard gain. Anthony at the 12-yard line of Alpine. Van Aert takes the snap, looks for that bubble screen on the right side. Lead block thrown by a wide receiver. The other DB in the area is able to skirt his way over and take down the intended target for a gain of about 2. 3rd down and 3. As the Bucks go with some substitutions here. Hector Valenzuela coming in for Alpine. Whole bunch of numbers that aren't on this roster right now. Some JV call-ups getting minutes today. 3 wide receivers. It's that power spread look. Andy Smith's offense. Handoff to the running back. He angles off on the left side. Breaks an arm tackle. Powers his way into the end zone for a touchdown. 12 points now for the Wildcats. Man, that is a mighty back. Not the biggest guy on the field, but breaking tackles and getting into the end zone for Anthony. Anthony will choose to go for 2. A direct snap. Wow, a trick play, a direct snap, and they run it right up the gut of Alpine. So that was, I think it was a tight end going in motion. He stopped under center, took the snap, and followed the center into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That's 41-14 our score. We'll be back in a moment.
Stephanie from Dr. Seuss. I got a note, he's got a car, he's got a boat, and if we have time, can we give him a quote?
Of course we can, Renee, and we can do it today. And if he likes a policy for his bikes or his home, does he live in a dome? We can cover his travels if he likes to roam.
Well, we'll cover it all. I'll give him a call.
If it's insurance you need, call Tally Reed, 837-3459. You'll be fine here in Alpine.
Anthony kicking it away with 6:45 remaining in today's game. Kick is up. No, it's an onside. Skirting towards the Fighting Bucks. We collect at the 35, and a big hit laid down on the Buck who collected, wearing number 15. So that's where the Bucks will take over again at their 35-yard line. The band for the Bucks is doing the roller coaster together over on those far stands. You can kind of see them if you're watching on YouTube. It's a 4 wide receiver set with Tay Hardwick in the shotgun. Tay takes the snap, handoff to 24. Another Buck not listed here. Everybody's getting reps today. .31 on the field for the Bucks as well. Here, the wide receiver on the near side. And then Brutameso over on the far side. Tay looks for Rody Babb on the far side. Has the screen pass. Rody angles off on the left. Upfield for a gain of about 18 yards and a first down. Pass the midfield, past the 50-yard line, again to the 48. .43 remaining as the clock ticks down. You know, they may not have stopped at Canes yet. They might stop at Canes after the game. Sometimes Canes is open till midnight. As Tay takes the snap, looks for Brutomeso on the far side. Pass lands at his feet, incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Gage Olivas checks in for Brutomeso. Still number 24 in the backfield with Tay Hardwick. Tay takes the snap, handoff, and 24 is taken down in the backfield, an ankle tackle, loss of 2, and 3rd down and 12. Tay comes back from the sideline. Play action, hits Brutomeso, now a drop into the hands of Brutomeso. He drops, trying to run back upfield. 4th down and 11 now, as the Buck punt crew will come out with 4:50 remaining in the game. Leading 41-14. It was a 6 points by Anthony to start the game. Bucks responded with 41, and then a sandwich of 8 points a moment ago for Anthony. Bucks have a late substitution here. Looks like it's legal. No flags on the play. Punt is up for Alec. High towards the 20-yard line. Man, what a read off of the ground. It bounced up off the ground into the breadbasket of the returner. That's one where you're going to tell him not to go after that football, but works out for Anthony. They add about 4 yards on their return after that one, again, hit the ground, bounced right up into his hands, and he returns it back to the 25-yard line. That's where Anthony will start their drive. 14 here on the near sideline for the Bucks. Deep safety, Dane Jeffers, number 12. 24, that running back, is now a DB in the area. Quarterback takes the snap, play action, runs up the middle, taken down from behind by number 22. Man, I needed to print a JV roster today. I should have seen that coming. Bucks must have traveled a bunch. Clock is moving with 4:22 remaining in the game. Bucks switch their defensive line. Right at the snap. Quarterback tries to make a read. Plenty in the box for the Bucks. He's looking to throw. Big time rush. And the quarterback sends a flat route on the near side. Almost picked off. Would have been a pick 6 for number 24, that running back from earlier. Couple of substitutions coming off Miguel Batras. And then Brutomeso comes in on the defensive side. .31, a DB on the far side of the field. 3 wide receivers on the near side, flood concept, and they'll hit that middleman of the flood. He angles back past the 50, taken down from behind at the 45 of the Bucks. It's Abel Jimenez. He's down on the field. Not a good time to have guys getting hurt. That's why we see kind of the second team in JVing right now for Alpine. We're thinking about a ball game against Crane and Compass coming up. Again, Crane this next Friday night at home. far as I know, it's still 13-6 Compass over Crane in the fourth quarter. They're going to help that wide receiver up on the field. Abel coming off. Having a bunny hop on 1 foot. Head coach for Anthony helping him off now. That's Mike Stevenson. The 3 coaches listed for this team are Mike Stevenson, Mike Quinones, and Mark Montanez. Mark. Coaching staff out here. Fighting Buck coaching staff reads more like an army. Brylan Lawson-Young, Mark Miranda, Adam Yanez, Aaron Hardwick, Jackson Isaac, Chris Wilson-Harris, Marco Gomez, Justin Ochoa, and Doug Gray. Quarterback play action. He's going to roll out to the right side, met by a slew of Bucks 5 yards upfield. The whistles have come. Everybody's still battling on the field. They marked him dead 5 yards upfield at the 40-yard line. By the time things were over there, he was about 10 yards upfield. Emerson Roach checks in as a deep safety. With 14 here on the near side, 31 on the far side. 24, another safety. Bruno Meso on the defensive line right now is a left end. And Anthony will take a timeout with 2:52 remaining in the ballgame. We'll be back in a moment.
Get it done. That's what McCoy's is all about. For that home or commercial project, McCoy's has a friendly and knowledgeable staff always ready to help. And with McCoy's, they'll make your job easier with do-it-yourself tips and tools. Order online, and they'll have it ready for you, even load it up. And free delivery with $50 or over purchase under 1,000 pounds within a 25-mile radius, Monday through Saturday. McCoy's offers online bill paying and invoice management with flexible credit options. At McCoy's, their purpose is to make life easier and more fulfilling for those who build.
After the timeout on the field, it'll be 2nd and 5 for Anthony at the Buck 40-yard line. 41-14, Bucks on top with 2:52 remaining in the game. It was 41-6 before Anthony scored in their last drive against the second team.
Second and 6 for the Wildcats.
Starting quarterback still out there. He steps up, sends a go route up the sideline. 50-50 ball. 31 had his hands on it. As the wide receiver tried to rip it down for Anthony, it falls incomplete. Now 3rd down. If the Bucks are able to turn the Wildcats over on downs, I believe they'd start kneeing the football. There will be a 2-minute warning with 2 minutes remaining in this half. A new rule at the high school level this year, the 2-minute warning. They added it to college, I think 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Added it to high school this year. At least in the state of Texas, the UIL. 4 wide receiver set. Bubble screen here on the near side. Wide receiver makes the grab, makes a man miss at the 45. He's angling all the way back across the field. The Bucks are going to have to go to the other sideline to take him down. They will get there. 31 able to grab a nice angle and push him out of bounds at the Buck 25. First down for Anthony. There's a buck down on the field. Wow, before I even noticed there was a buck down on the field, Lori, our head trainer, was out there working on his hamstring. That's Alex Adams, number 56, our kicker and defensive lineman. So Adriel Valenzuela will come in. Now number 15 on the defensive line for the Bucks. And number 65. A couple more guys coming up from JV.
First and 10 Wildcats for the Alpine 26.
Clock is moving with 2:15 remaining in the half. You could call it the ball game. We'll see if Anthony tries to get this snap off before the 2-minute warning. They will get that snap off. Hand off to the back. He's met in the backfield by number 60 for Alpine, but angles off on the right side, has the line to gain and a first down. Pyle's still moving at the 5 up to, no, I'm sorry, that was the 10 up to about the 7-yard line of the Bucks. First down, and we'll have that timeout on the field with a 2-minute warning. This is Fighting Buck football. Back in a moment.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
The Compass and Crane game has gone final. Compass winning 13-6 against Crane. So Compass 1-0 in district play, Crane 0-1. Again, Compass will be playing this Anthony team on Thursday of next week in a neutral site in Van Horn, while Crane will head to Alpine on Friday night. Compass won 13-6. Pretty interesting result. Crane has a lot of district titles in this district. But Compass has been adding a lot of big bodies on their line. Three wide receivers right now for Anthony. It's that power spread. Andy Smith look. Flat screen on the left side. Caught and falling forward just short of the end zone. Tackle made by Emerson Roach. Abel on the catch. Kind of an undersized wide receiver, but he's been a common target today. Making that grab, almost scoring the touchdown. That's Abel Jimenez for this team. 125 and ticking. Ball's at the 1-yard line of the Bucks. It's second and goal. Maybe the 2. Power spread look with the sniffer back on the right side. They'll motion it back across. Misdirection as the quarterback keeps and runs on the weak side on the left side. Splits the Alpine Fighting Buck defense and has the end zone for a touchdown to make it 41-20. Well, the final score won't be reflective of what the Bucks put together today. But Anthony able to score 2 late touchdowns. It's a 3-score game, with 1:10 remaining in this fourth quarter. Anthony going for 2. They're going to do that same deal where that sniffer back goes under center last second and just powers his way up the middle. Again, he's lined up behind the left guard. And then last second, he jumps under center. The center pushes forward. He pushes into the backside of the center and finds the end zone for a not a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. It's 41-22 with 1:10 remaining in today's game. Anthony will kick it off to the Fighting Bucks. Bucks will improve to 1-4 on the season. Anthony will fall to 2-3. Everything's about that Crane game against Crane next week. I can't emphasize that enough. That will really dictate the Fighting Bucks season and their district title hopes. Compass will be one of the teams to beat as well with a nice win against Crane. So we'll have to wait for that Compass game, but a nice even battle. Onside kick. This is popping towards the Fighting Bucks. We're going to try and fall on the football at the 40-yard line. I think we do so. 1:07 remaining in the ball game. I think the Bucks will knee it out from here. I think it was Connor Ramirez who fell on that football. Hector Valenzuela was also in the area. So, Bucks in the huddle with their offensive coordinator. We'll see what this set looks like. Tay will be the quarterback. Still a lot of those JV guys on the field, and it looks like we're running a real offensive set, getting reps for the young guys. Tay pushes the wide receivers to stack out deep on the sideline. A handoff for 24 in the middle. He bounces behind a block and is taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain for 24. The clock moves. Now 59 seconds and counting remaining in today's game. Bucks looking at the sideline. Bucks had 4 interceptions in the first half. At least 1 in the second half. It's hard to start counting numbers that high. I think we will knee it here. Bucks look like they're in the victory formation now. They plant 24 deep behind Tay for a safety look. 21 seconds remaining in the game. I think the officials just told the Bucks that they don't even have to snap the football. No, they will snap it. Tay will take a knee, and that's ball game, folks. 41-22. Bucks improved to 1-0 in district play. Again, a big-time date against Crane on Friday of next week. That's we'll send to a quick commercial break and break things down here for a moment at Big Ben Radio.
The lights will go off in 15.
With everything you've got on your plate, it can be difficult to manage healthcare for the whole family. At Big Ben Regional Health Clinic, we make it easy to find a provider and schedule care right from your phone or laptop. Whether it's an injury on the practice field or time for annual physicals, just visit bigbendanytime.com, select your preferred provider and appointment time, and you're good to go. Our clinic team specializes in compassionate and personalized treatment for patients of all ages. Schedule today at bigbendanytime.com.
Looking for crystal clear TV and unbeatable deals? Come to Big Canyon TV, your local home for Dish Network service and the latest in Samsung TVs. Whether you're upgrading your setup or cutting the cable cord, we've got you covered with Dish's top channels and DVR tech and Samsung's stunning 4K screens. Big Canyon TV, big on service, big on savings, and just around the corner. Come see what you've been missing. Visit us today at Big Canyon TV or call us at 837-7484.
Is that old lawnmower or tractor having a hard time starting? Is it mowing your lawn uneven? Is it tearing the grass and not cutting it? It may be time for you to upgrade to a new steel mower or tractor from In-N-Out Rental, Alpine's only authorized steel dealer. In-N-Out has a complete line of yard care equipment and tools, and their knowledgeable and friendly staff can assist you answering any questions you may have. In-N-Out Rental, 604 West Holland, here to make lawn care easier.
Again, our final score, 41-22. The Bucks take down Anthony in the first district game of the season. I think if we have to talk about Anthony, we have to say that they look like a better team than last year, as they were able to kind of keep it competitive for a moment, scoring the first touchdown of the ball game. I think Anthony has improved as a team, and the Bucks have a big-time date against Crane next week. Again, when we're talking about players of the game here, it's real tough. I mean, you can maybe give it to 5 different guys. I'm going to have to choose. I'm going to have to go with, man, I want to give it to Rody Babb. I want to give it to David Baca. I want to give it to Connor Ramirez, Darius Portillo on the line. I want to give it to Day as well. Day and Tay both had interceptions today. So we'll give it to all of them, man. A big-time Fighting Buck win, a big-time performance, and we're hitting the road, heading back to Alpine right as we speak. That's been it here today from Big Ben Radio. Thanks so much for listening.
Lowe's